behind. So boom, we are live on TikTok and we are live on YouTube. So guys, if you're just watching me on TikTok and perhaps you've never known that I have a YouTube account, I have a YouTube account and we are live as well on YouTube. So you can watch this video here and you can again watch it on YouTube later on after the live is over. So we're just going to talk about some of the things that you should avoid talking about, some of the things you should never tell your partner. What are these things that are going to destroy your relationship? But everyone, each one of us just talk about them. We just talk about them randomly. But there are things that are hurting your relationship. Sometimes your partner is not going to tell you to stop talking about those things. Sometimes your partner will not say that they don't want you to talk about those things. They will just kind of, assume that it's okay. You can just talk about them. They'll smile. But inside, you're destroying your relationship. So, without wasting a lot of time, number one of the worst thing you want to tell your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife is, I can't live without you. I know this statement is going to make people ask, huh? Really? One of the worst things that you want to tell a man, a mature man, forget here, I'm not teaching boys, I'm not teaching girls, I'm teaching men mature enough to understand what it takes to be in a relationship, a long-lasting relationship. I'll start with the men. If you're dating a man and you tell a mature man that I can't live without you, what you're sending, the message you're trying to send to that man's head is, you are somebody who's not mature and you cannot understand yourself. You are not independent. A man wants a strong, independent woman by her side. Such words scares men from committing to you. Babe, I can't just live without you. Yes, babe will listen to that. But a man who's mature enough, who wants a woman who's going to be in his house, a woman who's going to take care of his house, a woman who's going to take his business to another level, who's going to help him to grow his business, a woman who's going to become, his wife and is going to take care of his kids. He doesn't want a woman who can't live without him. What happens tomorrow if he gets an accident? What happens tomorrow if God calls him? You have to live without me and you have to prove to me. You see, boys will accept and boys will feel that, oh, that's a good one. That lady can live without me. But a mature man upstairs who feels and thinks brightly and thinks beyond just the casual, love bites and bites, will not accept and will not take it seriously, will never take you seriously when you tell them you can't live without them. Sweetheart, my sweethearts, especially women, we always talk about independency, that, I'm an independent woman. And most of the strong women are independent women. Do you know what gives you independence? You can live without someone. That's what independence means. So now, if you're coming to a man and again telling him that I can't live without you, you are removing your independence. Living without somebody is sweet in the ears. And it's the best thing that you can say. You're trying to tell somebody that you are my everything. But you see, we are in a season and a generation where you don't allow someone to become your everything. It is easy to manipulate someone who can't live without you. You can easily manipulate somebody who can't live without you, right? If you're watching on TikTok, keep tapping your screens, guys, liking the video. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll be happy to be here to keep on, teaching you guys. So a man wants an independent woman. How are you independent when you are telling this man that you cannot live without him? you lose your independence. How do you show your strength as a man when you are telling a woman that you can't live without her? A woman needs a protector. A woman needs a man that can stand and defend her, even in difficult situations. But now, if you're telling this woman that without her you'll die, without her you will not exist, when you're saying that I can't live without you, it sounds casual. It sounds something so simple. But the reality is, you are sending some message. If she's a woman who understands the importance of what she needs in a man, she will know the man she doesn't want to be with. And it's that man who promises that I cannot live without you. These words sound sweet. It's romantic. And these are some words that you can only speak when, let's say, for example, you are during your love making time. That's the time where people just lie, and it's okay. I've always told women that anything a man tells you when he's naked, never take it seriously. And I've always told men that anything a woman tells you when you are, counting your money, never take it seriously. You got it. Men say and promise anything, even things they can't achieve, they promise it during the love making. Women, and not all of them, will promise you whatever when they see you're counting money. And that's a fact. So you see, never during your dating time, especially when you are on a date, you're going to have coffee, you're going to have your dinner. Never ever tell a man or a woman that, honey, I can't live without you. It sounds sweet, but I'm telling you, a man is going to use you and dump you because of these words. A woman is going to use you and dump you because of these words. These words send strong feelings and strong message that you are a weaker person in this relationship. And you see, no one wants to be in a relationship with somebody who's weak. I want you to show me that you can live even when I'm not available. You can live even without me. You can take care of my children. You can take care of my business. You can take care of my wealth. So if you're telling me that you can't live without me, now who takes care of my properties when I'm not available? Who takes care of my inheritance? Because in the long run, even when on the wedding day, we are told that I will be yours and you'll be mine until death separates us. So it means that there is something that is coming to separate us in the future. So why are you telling me that you'll never leave without me? So if and when I go, who takes care of my properties? Because you will also be going with me. So it sounds sweet and romantic to tell your partner, I can't live without you. But it breaks your relationship in some, our instincts and our brains are in such a manner like you can you can make my hormones happy, but you cannot make my brain happy by lying to it or by motivating it. My hormones will be happy, I'll be excited. But the moment you leave, and you give me space to now start to think about the words you are telling me, if I'm mature enough, I'll not give you a single second. I'll not give you another time because I need someone who can live without me. That's how mature people reason now. So a man wants a strong, independent woman. Women out there are telling you that, you know what, I'm an independent. I'm an independent woman. Yes, exactly. That's what we are looking for. We are looking for a strong, independent woman. So when you are again coming and telling a man that I can't live without you, you are sounding romantic, you're sounding sweet, but you're losing that man. That man is going to use you, and as long as he still lives. But then when he will want to settle down with someone who can live without him, he'll settle down with that strong, independent woman. Number two, another word you should never tell your partner. When you're having a good relationship, no matter how great your relationship looks like, no matter how beautiful your relationship looks, Never ever tell your partner that you are better than my ex. It sounds sweet, it sounds good, it sounds approving, and it sounds marvelous. But I'll tell you one thing, especially a man doesn't want to listen to what happens with your relationship or with you in the past. Bringing back your ex into the picture destroys your relationship. It will sound sweet, it will sound good, it will sound that you are approving your boyfriend, it will sound that you're making him better than your ex or your past. But I'll tell you something, the moment you bring your ex in the picture, you have destroyed your relationship. A man will never tell you, a man will never stop you from saying it. But the truth is, you lose that relationship in the long run. Never ever tell your girlfriend, your wife, that she's better than your ex, that she's good, she's doing it better. Never compare, even your food. Never tell your wife that your food, oh, I can't imagine. I got the best woman. My ex wife never used to cook such kind of food. What you're trying to tell this lady is you've never moved on. You're still thinking about your ex, you're still thinking about her. There's something, a mature person, and especially, most of us nowadays, we are overthinkers. The system has made us overthinkers. So the moment you're telling a woman that, oh, you know, I love how you're cooking this food, you're cooking it better than my ex wife. What that woman will start to think is not about the food you're telling her. What she will start to think, like, if I am good at the food, he's never told me if I'm better than his wife in bed. Does it mean that I'm only better than his ex-wife in cooking, but I'm not good in bed like his, ex-wife? The thing is, you've told her that she's a good cook, better than your ex-wife. You've never told her that she's good in bed, better than your ex-wife. So overthinkers will never listen to what you're telling her. She will try to start to think that I've lived with this man. It's now been 1 year. He's never told me anything about his ex-wife apart from the food that I cooked today. He's never told me anything about my clothes. He's never told me about my nyash. He's never told me about my face. But today he's telling me about this. So avoid telling your partners that you are better than my ex. This is going to destroy your relationship. Your relationship is going to die from the point of start. The moment you're starting your relationship, and then you start telling your boyfriend, your girlfriend that you're better than my ex, you are destroying your relationship. You are turning off that woman. Do you know that some people, some of men, even during love making, you're having your love making with your wife or your girlfriend or your fiancé, and then you're talking about your ex during that time. You're telling them that, how my ex, and even women, that, I just love you. I just love you because of one reason. And what's the reason? I just love you because, I love the way you take time with me. My ex never used to even touch me. He didn't even know where to touch. Sweetheart, it, it feels good. It feels romantic. It feels approving. But let me tell you, you are turning off that man because in his brains, instead of now looking at you, he's now start to picture what your ex used to do with you. You're turning off that lady. You're telling some of the men tell lady that, hey, you're eating my lollipop in the best way that no woman has ever eaten. My ex didn't even know how to eat lollipop. Sweetheart, once you have moved on and you're having another relationship, keep your past in the past. Keep it in the fridge. In fact, take all your past and put it in the freezer. Let it froze and become a hard ice. Never speak about it. Never tell your current girlfriend about your ex. If you are having some discussions, discuss some things. If you want to discuss about your ex, discuss something that does not compare. Don't compare your current partner to your ex partner. No matter, even if you see your current partner is doing something so great, better than your ex, don't compare. Don't tell your partner that, you know what, my ex never used to do this way. My ex never used to do this that way. Don't compare and don't ever tell your partner about your ex, especially when things are heated and they're great. When you are quarreling, when you're having a fight, don't compare them with your ex. When you're having a good time, don't compare them with your ex. When you're having your food, don't compare your food with your ex-wife or your ex-husband. When you're having your good time walking around the shop, buying some stuffs, never start bringing your ex in the picture. Leave your ex to rest. That shows, no man takes comparison with someone else, especially the one you dated. And no woman takes a comparison. We always say, don't compare your relationship with another relationship. Don't tell your man that a certain man elsewhere is better, is doing something better than him. A certain woman somewhere is doing something better than her. Enjoy the moment of your relationship. Just enjoy the moment. Just be there. Be around your relationship, be around your woman. If you want to compare her with women in the Bible. I am so lucky that I never married a Jezebel. One of the best things that I love about you, you are charming. You are like the wife of Uriah. Uriah's wife made David to, commit a crime just because of her beauty. You're comparing your woman with the women in the Bible. You are the most gorgeous woman I've ever met. If Solomon today would have seen you, I know he would have not even wait a second. He would have gone for you. Don't compare them with the people you've dated before. There are so many good vibes you can compare your women to. You can compare her to an angel. You can compare your man to a king. You can compare your man to Goliath. You can compare your man to David. You can compare your man to Solomon. You can compare your man to Abraham. Why are you comparing him with your ex? Why are you trying to tell your current partner that you've not moved on? Remember, we don't want to has not moved on. We want to date and to marry on and is loving and is giving us the time. Good morning, Sifan. I can see you. Somebody is saying that my shirt is reflecting in the comment. I can't read clear. What are you trying to read, sweetheart? Are you listening to me or you are reading the comments? Because you are the only person who is commenting in the comment section. I can't see comments there. So I don't know whether you are here to listen or you are here to read comments. This generation, sometimes they are really interesting. Somebody comes to your life and she's so much attracted to comment than to listen to what you're talking about. So you wonder why on your life, whether they stop to read comments or they stop to listen to what you're teaching. And funny enough, she's the only one who's commenting and she wants to read comments. So what brought you here? People are quiet and listening and learning. But you see, those who don't want to learn, all they want to do is to make noise. So they think that there's some noise in the comment section. You are the only one who's commenting, sweetheart, because you're not listening to what we are teaching, you know? So guys, number 3, what are these things that you should never tell your partner? Never tell your partner about a one charming friend. Ladies are very good at this. Do you know why your man started cheating with your best girlfriend? Do you know why your husband started cheating with your best colleague at work? It's because of the good things that you tell your husband about your good friend, your beautiful friend, your friend who has got nyash, your friend who has got good boobs, your friend who's always good and always punctual at work, your friend, most of the people, I don't know why we lose to have stories and some things to discuss with our partner, and we end up start to discuss other people. This charming man, this man with six pack, this, this is my girlfriend. Ladies, I want to tell you something. Sometimes you can just be joking with your husband. There's one of my company has employed a certain lady, and she's got big nyash, big. I don't even know why. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine. She's got big, big, big nyash. She can't even. It's not even comfortable. She's not even comfortable. I'm gonna tell you something. You might think you're just joking with your husband. You might think that you're just, telling some funny things to your husband. But you could be sending some messages to your husband to start thinking about Nyash that he was not even thinking about. You could be sending a message to your husband to start comparing you now, to start realizing that, oh, so I have a woman who's flat. So my woman is flat. My woman has got nothing. There's nothing behind there. How come I married this woman and she's too flat? Never compare never, uh, tell your partner about another charming friend, especially men. Women, I think sometimes you know how to control it. You don't care. They tell you about six packs, you don't care. A woman, the moment a woman gets married, the moment a woman gets comfortable in a relationship, they don't always care. And I'm talking about the moment a woman gets comfortable and gets a relationship they like. I don't mean that women, when they get a relationship, they don't always care about whatever happens outside. No. I'm only saying that a woman who finds a good relationship and settle down, they don't always care about what you tell them. You're telling them about, your friend who has got six pack. They don't care. That's a woman who's comfortable in a relationship. But I'll tell you that somebody who never cares and will always be triggered by something else in a relationship is a man. I can tell you, a man who's got everything, a man who's finding anything everything that offering peace or something. If you do a mistake as a woman and you bring another woman in the picture, that's where your trouble starts. I can tell you, a man can be walking with you and there's a very big nyash in front of him. And he's seeing it, but his mind is not there because he's thinking about the business. He's thinking about you. He's thinking about what he's going to buy for you. But if you as a woman, you tell him that, hey, look at that nyash, that's where the problem starts. That's how men are created. You're walking with him. He's very comfortable. There are so many nyash around. He can see it. He can see a very beautiful woman. He can see a woman in miniskirt. He can see a woman's cleavage is open and, is charming and the woman is looking like. He will just look at it and move on because there's a lot of things in his mind he's thinking about. But if you do a mistake of telling him that, hey, look at that. I've seen some videos on TikTok where couples walk and then the woman is the one who's telling her husband that she's telling her husband to look at that woman. I'm telling you, my sweetheart, never try to do this with your man. A man can be very patient. A man can be very good. A man can do everything for you, can be very, very loyal to you. But the moment you, as a woman, you bring another woman in the picture and you start discussing that woman and telling that man how charming that woman is, that I can tell you everything at our work, she's always there for us. She's the one who's always making things amend. That if you want anything, she's always offering it. That if you want anything to be solved, she's always there for you. I'm telling you, you are trying to tell your man you're not good enough. There's something you're missing, and he's supposed to be going for that thing. The relationship between you and his friend must remain cordial. Nothing beyond that keep your eyes away off their friends. Remember, when I talk about, telling men about other men and telling women about other women, There's something here also. You know, I have my male friends that visit me, for example, at home, and my wife prepare food for them. They eat and they leave. The moment this man leaves, my sisters, I'll advise you about something. Never start discussing that man that just left in a positive way, in a way that could bring comparison between your husband and them. And I'll tell you what happens with women. You know, there's this where you tell your husband about your women, female friends. That's dangerous. And there's this where you start speaking about your man's male friends. You know that your friend, the one who's got six packs? You know what goes into your man is how did my wife realize that this man has six packs? You know that your rich friend, don't ever do that. If you know their friends, know them by their names. When they come home and you see that this is my husband's friend, know your husband friends by their names. The same goes to men. Don't come back home and start telling your wife that, oh, you know that that's your friend, the one with big nyash. Your wife is not going to be at peace at home. You'll tell them that, I want you to speak to your, your friend, the one that with big nyash. Yeah, tell her that, your wife is going to wash plates. As she's washing her plates, in her mind, she's trying to figure out, do I have smaller nyash than her? So my husband feels that my friend has got big ones than me. Oh, you know, in this generation that we are living today, ladies and gentlemen, we have overthinkers. We have men and women who are overthinkers. What you're telling them now, they don't just listen to what you're saying. They question themselves, why did you say this? They don't just say that, hey, please don't call me. I'm going for a meeting right now. Please don't call me. I'll call you when I'm done with the meeting. Instead of just saying and feeling that she said not to call him, he will be in a meeting. In their mind, they start questioning themselves that why? It's just a meeting. After all, it's just a meeting. Why should I not call? What kind of a meeting is this? That's what goes on in my mind and her mind. So imagine you're telling her that, do you know that your friend, the one who came here, the one with big nyash, my brother, if any of your wife's friend come at home, the first thing that you should always do is ask them their names. Hi, how are you? My name is John. What about you? And know them by their friends. If you don't know them by their friends, always look at something that does not bring comparison between her and your wife. The same goes to women. When men visit your home, always ask the men friends, your husband's friends, ask them their name. Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Mary. Welcome to our home. I've just prepared something for you. May I know what's your name? Oh, my name is John. My name is Peter. My name is Samson. Okay, Peter, nice to meet you. Enjoy your day. My husband told me about you. Thanks for being there for my husband. Yeah, and that's it. In fact, the best thing always to do when your husband is present is to compare your husband positively with that man. This is how to make marriages to work. When you are, you come home and you find your woman is sitting there with her women friends, tell these women, oh, wow, thanks for being there. Your friendship has made my wife to be one of the best charming women in my life. That compares the woman that is sitting down there, knows that, what, this man loves his wife. And your wife also feels that, oh, even though I feel this lady sitting here is beautiful more than me, my husband did not see that beauty. My husband just saw me. But today, You look at the lady, she's so beautiful, she's charming, she's sitting down on the couch there, and you just greet her, hi, how are you? Now you're pretending. Men pretend. When they come home and they find you with their girlfriends, with your girlfriends, they pretend that they don't want to look at that lady. So they just like, hi, how are you? Oh, nice to see you. And then they run away to the bedroom. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, as a man, you know, when a man blinks once and stares at a woman, a man's eyes is always like, can I say, a photocopy machine? A photocopy machine, people don't always know what happens. When you put a paper, below, on top of that glass, and you cover it. Do you know how photocopy works? There's a light that passes like from top to bottom. And when that light goes off, the machine's brain has already copied everything and it prints it out. So a man's glance at a woman, just one glance, is like that photocopying machine. It sends light and takes everything. And when he's in the bedroom, he's now trying to figure out, he wants to release a copy of that lady. So he has seen the boobs, he has seen the cleavage, he has seen her big eyes, he has seen all her long hair. So you can imagine your husband just came, said, oh, nice to see you, and went to the bedroom. Later, he's telling you that, you remember that your female friend, you're the one with long hair. My brother, the moment you just mentioned the one with the long hair, you have created a problem in the palace. Your wife is going to start to question, how did he see the long hair? I guess he did not even sit there. He just passed. And this lady just came once to our home. You know that your friend, the one with big eyes. How did he saw the big eyes? My husband has never even told me anything about my eyes. How comes he saw that lady's eyes? I'm talking about our generation today, guys. We are living with overthinkers. So never tell your partner about the charming things you saw in their friends. The last one, guys, number 4, before I get into questions. Number 4, one thing that you should never say on a date, one thing that you should never do on a date, one thing that you should never do in a marriage is never say nothing wrong when things are wrong. If your husband has done something wrong, don't fool him. If your wife has done something wrong, don't fool her. Always tell them that this is not right. Yesterday, before yesterday, I think 2 days ago, I was trying to tell people how to solve issues, especially in a marriage. There's one thing that I want to tell you guys. The most difficult person to correct is a husband and is a wife. And let nobody lie to you that a man who loves you will take corrections and a woman who loves you will take corrections. No, they will take advice, not corrections. And I want to explain that. Try to correct your girlfriend, all right, when they have just done a mistake and see what happens. Try to correct your boyfriend when they have just done a mistake and see what happens. Try to correct your husband when they have just done a mistake and see what happens. Try to correct your woman, your wife, when they've just done a mistake and see what happens. It will be hell. Especially women will feel like you don't love them, you don't understand them, you don't even, everything I do, you don't just appreciate it. You've never appreciated anything that I do. That will be the response. But you see, why do I always say that advise them, stop correcting them? I'll give you an example that I gave 2 days ago. Let's say my wife went to the kitchen. He cooked my favorite, ugali and chicken, all right? And he brought it onto the table. And then when I'm trying to eat the food, I feel like there's no salt in the food. The salt is not good enough. It's not tasting well. The salt is far away. The Kenyans say that chumvi kwa umbali. I don't have to tell my wife that, how did you cook this food without salt? You know, there's no salt here. That's correction. But you see, advising is, I just tell her, honey, can I have some salt? And I get salt and I put it in the food. I know very well that it's not healthy to put salt on food once it's cooked. I need salt to be put once the food is being cooked. That's what I believe, right? So, and I want my wife to know this. I'll not tell her the time that, you know what, while you are cooking, you need to put salt in food. She will not agree with that. Your wife is going to say that you don't always understand. You don't even appreciate that I've been there, I've been cooking, I've been doing this, I've been mopping. You don't even see that. You're just talking about salt. You can take salt and you can add it in the food. She's right. You can take salt and add it in the food and you can eat. That's okay. That's right. You see, instead of her seeing that I, as a person, I believe that a healthy food is a food that salt has been put while it's still being cooked, she will not see that. She will defend herself. That what's the problem with that after all, sweetheart? You can still take salt and put it in the food, and that's it. Why you have to tell me that? But see, you tell her, honey, can I have salt? And you put in the food. You eat the food, you enjoy, and you tell her, wow, what a delicious food. Then once you have done with your food and you guys are settled down, then tell her that, baby, you know, when you are cooking that time, make sure that there is enough salt in food because you know it's not healthy to put salt on table. I like food to be cooked with salt. So try to taste it before that. She will listen to that. That's an advice, that's not correction. And I gave a correction, I gave an advice to women. How do you correct a man who doesn't know where to put his dirty dresses? He's coming from job, he removes his shirt, his coat, his trouser, and throws it on the chair. How do you correct that man? How do you make him know that his dirty clothes should be taken to the wash area or laundry room and put them in the basket where dirty clothes are? Don't mix it with new clothes or don't put it in the chair. You know, most of us men, when we come from work and we are tired, we just throw our clothes on the chair. We don't care. Go to some of these men's houses, your boyfriend's houses, go to their houses. Dirty clothes are all over the place. You get socks on the floor, some of the socks, you'll meet them at the door. So how do you correct that man? Does he throw the cloth and then you come like, I can you just take that cloth and put it in the laundry area? That little, can you just do it? Why are you behaving like a kid? You're just coming from work and throwing things all over the place. I just arranged the house now. Look at the house, it's so clean. I just cleaned that couch. You know, what you're telling your husband is true, is real, is good, is great. But you see, that time you are doing a correction. He will never listen. He will tell you, what's the problem? That's just a cloth. How is that couch dirty? He will take up his clothes and ask you, is that couch dirty? It's not dirty. What do you mean this is making the couch dirty? I just wore this shirt today alone. I didn't wear it 3 weeks or 1 month. How is it making that couch dirty? But you see, it is not about making the couch dirty. You want him to put the clothes in the laundry area. What you do, when he throws the cloth there, pick it up, take it to the laundry, and leave him. Let him go shower, do whatever he wants. Let him sleep and relax. Okay? The next day, when he's coming from work, most of you married your enemies. That's the problem. You can't do these things because you married your enemies. You did not marry your friends. But you know, when you marry your friend, you get these kind of things I'm teaching to be so easy for you to do. So when he's coming back from work, meet him at the door. Take out his coat, take his briefcase, put it down. Take his coat, tell him, honey, I'll help you to remove your shirt. As he's removing his shirt, you're already holding his coat in your hand, and he's removing his hand. Hold her and move him to the laundry room. And while he's there, tell him, baby, every day that you come, you need to go here. This way, you need to put these dirty clothes. It's easier for me to get them from here and wash them. So you put the coat there, you put his shirt there, you help him to remove the trouser, you put it in the basket. He removes his socks, you put it in the basket, you remove his shoes, you put it to where it's supposed to put it. You solve the thing. The next day he comes, you do the same thing. The third day he comes, you do the same thing. You make it something that you're doing it for a week or so. The man falls in the space. You see him now that when he's coming, you just behave, do something, be busy somewhere. Honey, welcome home. And you don't go to him. You'll see him going to the laundry area and putting his dirty clothes. Did you not solve it? You did not correct him. You advised him. So never be quiet with what people are doing wrong, but also never correct them when they are doing the wrong thing. Advise them what they are doing is wrong, especially the people you are married to. A person who can correct your wife is her sister or her brother. I can tell you, if your wife's brother is at home, it is easier for your wife's brother to correct her in your presence. It is easier for someone else to correct your wife than you can. And never always listen to these people who says that a wife that you cannot correct is not your wife. A man that you cannot correct is not your man. No. What happens is when people marry, we always feel like he needs to understand me. He needs to understand me better than anyone else. So if I need to understand you better than anyone else, if you cook my meal and you did not put enough salt, I need to understand that maybe you just forgot. This is not, you know. So I don't need to correct you that, you know what, never cook food without salt. No. I need to tell you that, honey, next time you're cooking, make sure that you put salt while you're cooking. And when do I tell you this? I don't tell you when I'm still eating. I'm just going to tell you, honey, can I have a salt, please? Then I'll take salt, sprinkle on the food and eat it and tell you what a delicious meal. It was just salt that was missing in that meal, right? But the food was cooked nicely. So imagine you are having a quarrel, a fight with your wife just because of salt, but the food is delicious. What if you just sprinkle salt? Then later, after you've eaten, you sit down with her, you are touching her thighs and, touching her shoulder, and you're telling her that, baby, that food was so delicious. But you see, I love food that when you're cooking, you put salt while you're still cooking. I don't like to put salt on the table. That is an advice. That's where the fight starts. Some of the things that personally I've tried and they've worked for me beautifully. Just get somebody that you love. Coach, let me ask you, is it right to always end relationships that you start within a month when you feel like they are not working for you, like it has been happening? Sweetheart, if you go to my YouTube, my TikTok, yesterday I did a video, and I can tell you it is not right. I'll tell you this, ever smiling. Stop getting into relationships that you know you will end in a month. That is an invite to divorce. You are entertaining the spirit of divorce. There's a video that I did on TikTok yesterday. I posted it yesterday on my TikTok. And I said that don't entertain the spirit of divorce. In these days today, we have a lot of divorces. Why do we have a lot of divorces? People are divorcing because while we are dating, it is easy for us to stop, to leave a relationship, to separate. You are marrying a lady that has dated more than 10 men. Not that even she has slept with all these 10 men, no. She's just been in relationship with more than 10 men. So it's easier for her to leave relationship. Just a small thing, she's going. Just a small misunderstanding, I'm divorcing this guy. So what I'm saying, thank you, Sweeter, for those gifts. Don't leave relationship, especially ever smiling is saying that 1 month. Why did you even start that relationship in the first place? My point is always this: before you get into a relationship, because no relationship is comfortable, no relationship is perfect. The reason why people are leaving relationships today, and that is our topic tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is a Tuesday, a Wednesday morning. We'll be having another live here, and my topic tomorrow is the reason why women and men are leaving relationships. One of the reasons is we are comparing our relationships to other relationships so much. We are coming to TikTok and Instagram and seeing perfect relationships, perfect couples, couples that shop together, couples that cook and eat together, couples that are sleeping while cuddling. There's a person who asked a question yesterday, and I did not answer it while we were doing live. She asked that, is it wrong to ask your partner to cuddle you at night while you're sleeping? Let me tell you, sweethearts, no couples cuddle at night while sleeping. No, let nobody lie to you. No married or unmarried woman and man sleeps while cuddling. That's just an imaginary thing. That's just thing that people just imagine. People just think that it happens. No, you cannot sleep. Tell me, how will you sleep cuddling someone? How? You see, when you are at your love making time, right? You will cuddle, you will kiss, you will do everything, you'll make love together. And then, while after making love, you'll cuddle for some few minutes or seconds and feel yourself when you are having love, when the love is still in the air. After the love making, after sex, you'll still feel that you need this person. So you'll cuddle and feel each other. Then you move down, you go, you clean yourselves, you come back to sleep. When you get to bed to sleep, yes, you will stretch your hand to hold this person. But for how long? How? I've never in my whole life, it is difficult to sleep while facing each other. The first thing that happens, the woman will turn and give you her back. Then you'll hold her. You're okay when you're trying like to cuddle her. But as the time goes, you'll remove your hands and you leave her and you will sleep peacefully. No couple sleeps while cuddling. Let me tell you, it never happens. You will wake up, your husband is on the other end, you are on the other end. Then again, you will stretch, trying to stretch to hold them. You'll just push your hands, but your hands will leave. People are sleeping. You don't even know what is happening. So every time you're waking up and finding your husband not cuddling you, that doesn't mean your husband doesn't love you. Every time you wake up and you find your wife not cuddling you, doesn't mean that they don't love you. Nobody sleeps while cuddling. These are the lies people don't want to talk about. You know, that, oh, a guy who loves you will cuddle you, will be there for you. You know, guys, keep liking the video. The ones watching on YouTube, I wish that I can see your comments. I wish I can see your likes on my YouTube channel. Those who are watching on YouTube, where are your comments, guys? TikTok gang, thank you for the likes. Thank you for those messages. Now I'm going to take questions, guys. If you have a question that you want to ask, just the same Eva has asked, Smiling Eva, I want to tell you that stick to your relationships. Before you start a relationship, build yourself, but that is a topic for tomorrow. So if you wish to know more about the question you've asked, that's a topic I've already prepared for tomorrow. We are discussing the reason why there's a lot of divorce in our generation today. The reason why there's no love, there's a lot of separations. People are dating 2 months, the relationship is dead. 1 month, 2 weeks, 1 week, relationship is dead. What could be the problem? That's what we are discussing tomorrow. So come again tomorrow, be here with us, same time from 6 in the morning. We'll be discussing that. So I'm taking questions, guys. You can send your questions. Don't worry, I can read your comments. I had someone telling me that my shirt is reflecting. So people, sometimes I don't even know. People want me to coach them, but again, they want even to control the clothes that I wear. So I bought this shirt. Why should I not wear it? Just because it will reflect you not to read the comments. You came, when you're coming to my coaching classes, you're coming to listen to me. You're not coming to read the comments. Most of the people think that I'm doing a TikTok live where I'm going to gossip. So those are the gossipers come for the comment sections. But most of the people who come here for teachings, they come to listen to me. So you should not be worried about how my shirt is reflecting. All you need to be worried about is if you can hear me clearly. Because the comments, I can read them. I have something else. I have, the moderator here with me. So everything is here. I can be given the comments that I need to read. I can read them and answer them. So don't mind, push those comments. Thank you, Olena Napei. Thank you so much for being here. One of my biggest fans. Guys, there's something good that I'll be doing on my YouTube channel. I need to promote my YouTube channel. So I'll be doing live on my YouTube, and I'll be gifting some kind of what we call them airtime, especially to those ladies and gentlemen who come from Kenya. If you're a Kenyan and you're watching my videos, I'll be giving some airtimes to those who are watching on my YouTube channel. So I'll be giving some tasks. If you can do those tasks, I'll be posting videos on my YouTube channel, and I'll be putting those airtime. That we have voucher numbers. I'll be putting them on my YouTube channel videos. So it is you to watch those videos and get those numbers on my YouTube videos. I'll be scratching cards and putting them on my YouTube channel. So if you are lucky enough to get 100 airtime, 500, 1,000, 250 airtime, they will be there. But I'll put them in a way that not everyone can see. But the first to see will be getting those airtime. And you can use them to watch my videos again, because I know people use internet. You need to get bundles to watch these videos. So some of the people always tell me, Coach, I really wanted to watch your live, but I didn't have bundles. I'll be buying those bundles, weekly bundles. But the way to get those bundles is to watch my YouTube, be on my YouTube channel, and see how they are being there. Watch the videos there. Sometimes when I'm live, and even those who are on TikTok, I'll try to do that. When I'm live, I'll give some questions, and then I'll be teaching, right? And in the middle of the teaching, I'll ask something that I taught 2 minutes or 5 minutes ago. If you can get it, you get the airtime. So let's do that and enjoy our time together. That's how to, promote these kind of things on social media as well, to make sure that they're working for us. So keep having troubles with getting bundles. Masingeri says, what about second chance? We broke up because of Masingeri is on YouTube, and she asked, what about second chance? Broke up because of distance, and she dated another girl and they broke up. Masingeri, this is what I will tell you. Um, Second chance is good, is okay. I don't say that it's wrong to give a second chance to anyone, especially when you are still dating. Second chance is not okay with the people who have married. You are married, you stayed together, and then you divorced. I always advise never to get to a second chance if you are married. But if you're still just dating, you are in a dating season. I've always said it here, and I'm this person who, all right, uh, I'm this guy who don't always, give people. I think I've given this Cosmas Kase Kasongo said this to Vijana Wapate bundles. Cosmas Kase, please be, at least just be responsible in the comment section. I don't like this kind of jokes. Kind of a person, just stay away from this kind of jokes. Who wants to hear about Kasongo? I'm not into that. I'm just requesting, the other day I requested you to just be, at least kind in the comment section. Today again, you've come with this Kasongo thing. Why can't we just be humble? It's not in my lives. I'm not that kind of a person. I don't always want to distract people. I don't like distraction. Okay? So don't distract us. If you want to comment something, not this kind of shit. I don't accept them. Okay? So I was answering Mercy. Mercy asked about second chance. Mercy, if you're still dating, I don't see a reason why you should give a second chance. Why am I saying this? You broke up, and the reason because of your breakup was distance. And after breaking up, this guy started dating another person, and they broke up with that girl. And you feel like this person has got everything. He was okay, he was right. There was nothing that was wrong about him or her. It was just distance. If you guys can close that distance and start dating again, what's the problem with that? As a coach, I can tell you, and I want to say this categorically, that 99% of people who are dating at a distance, there's one or both of them are having another person. Dating. I believe in marriage at a distance, but dating in a long distance relationship, well, dating at a long distance relationship, there is cheating in between it. Very few men, few, maybe 2, 3, 4 men can stay at a distance for 6 months without seeing another woman. Few of them. Women can stay for 6 months, but after 12 months, very few women can stay for 12 months without seeing another man. So any relationship that is at a distance and you are having a problem because of the distance, I can tell you, Mercy, give him a second chance if you feel that he was a good man in your life. And the only reason why you guys had a problem was because of distance. Distance creates a lot of problems. Unless you are in a committed relationship, which means marriage, if you're just dating and you break up with this guy, with this lady, second chance is possible. You can give a second chance, and just make sure that you are giving a second chance to someone who will understand the importance and the greatness of that second chance. There are people who will take second chance and see it as if you were desperate, you could not get anyone, that's why you've come back to them. If both of you are still seeing yourselves as the same person that they were dating before, well and good, give a second chance. But if you are giving a second chance from a desperate angle, what I mean is he's desperate. That's why he's coming back to you. He went, he tried, he did not, succeed. Now he's coming back. Be careful that you will not use it against him. If you are desperate and you're seeing that, you know what, there's no any other man, let me just go back to him. Be careful that he's not going to use that against you. So second chance is possible, is good, you can give it. But whom are you giving the second chance? That's very important. So I hope that I answer your question, Mercy, on YouTube. You asked about that. So I hope your question is answered. And thank you for your question. Let's go back to TikTok. Let's see. Moderator, give me TikTok questions. There's Bossy Medina who says, Coach, what can one do when you feel like the feelings with your partner are gone? Um, what made those feelings to go? Why did your feelings go? Because I don't want just to speak and answer you in a vacuum. What led to the feelings to go? You see, you don't fix the feelings. You don't force your feelings back in a man. No, you fix what made you to lose the feelings. So Medina, if you're still there, is it Medina or Bossy? Yes, Bossy Medina, if you're still there, can you tell me what was the reason behind you losing your feelings towards the man? Then that will give us a way on how to answer your question. But we cannot just answer you in a vacuum that, Coach, I lost the feelings towards my man. What can I do? No, we cannot. I cannot answer. I'll be lying to you. First, you need to know what was the reason behind me losing the feelings. Is it because he's bad in bed? Is it because he's not providing? Is it because he's not loyal to me? Is it because he doesn't listen to me? So if we know that, after knowing that, then we can now tell you that this is what you need to do. All right? Serenge 2 says, if someone blocks you, that he needed space and I kept calling, will he come back? I really love him. He will not come back. What will happen? It's you who will hurt. It's you who will damage. And what happens is when you will be getting the next person, the next relationship, you will not be a good person for your next relationship. You will be bleeding on people who did not hurt you. When a person blocks you and don't want you, why do you want them? Why are you forcing relationships? You know, block, block and block. It's okay. It can happen. Sometimes it can happen to, when we are still children, we are still childish, we are still doing those high school kind of relationship. I block you, I unblock you. People will tell you that that's love. That's foolishness. It's immaturity, but it's okay. It can happen. He blocks, he unblocks. She blocks, she unblocks. And she takes your messages. That's fine. That's okay. But if I block you and I'm not unblocking you, I'm not taking your calls, I'm even using another phone, and you're telling me never call me again, why should I say that, I love this person? My question is always this: why do you love something that doesn't love you? Why are you telling me that you love this man so much, but this man has blocked you? A man who can't relate to how you are feeling. How are you loving him so much? You can tell me I love this man so much because this man is always there for me. I love this man so much because this is what I'm looking for. But if this man is all you don't want, he blocked you and he doesn't care of how you're feeling. Because no matter how bad a man is, even when he blocks you, even, no, sorry, even when he doesn't want you, he will still be there. Okay? I will be very frank with my girlfriend, even my exes that I had, the people I dated before, when I feel relationship is not good for me, I don't block them. You know, 90% of my breakups, I took my girlfriends to coffee. 90% when I was dating, before settling down, and I felt like, this relationship is not what I want, I just asked my girlfriend that, can we go for a dinner date? I just want to have some good time to speak with you. Then we'll go for a dinner date and we'll talk. We'll have our coffee. I'll make sure that we drink at least. We drink coffee until I see the cup is like two-thirds done, just a third of coffee is remaining. Then I start the conversation. That you know what, sweetheart. The thing is, I appreciate the time that we've been having together. I'm so happy that you've been part of my life and things have been good. But I feel like somewhat we are not good together. I'm not the best man that you've been looking for. Or you're not the best woman that I've been looking for. I'm not saying you're a bad woman, but to me, you're not that what I've been looking for. And I feel like continuing with this relationship, maybe I'm just forcing myself or you're forcing yourself. So what do you think? For me, I think we should just, stop this relationship and stop lying to us because there's nowhere we are going. Don't you see it? She will cry, she will say, no, please don't leave me. But I'll give a reason that, you know what, the reason why I'm doing this is because, see, there's no way I'm going with you. If you want to stay in this relationship, then agree for me to keep using you because that's the truth. I'll keep using you. My heart is not here. My mind is not here. My feelings are not here. But you're the best woman. You've got everything a man wants. But unfortunately, for me, no, you're not the best that I'm looking for. So she will cry, she will, try to hold herself because she's in a public, but you've told her the truth. So she will go. If she likes, she will block you. But why do I block you just because I don't want you? I've been with you. We've been to bed together. We've enjoyed our time together, but I felt like something is not just well. So I have to end it as my friend. I have to end it in a friendly way. I have to end it by appreciating you, by showing you how important you are in my life. We shared bed together. You cooked my food. Sometimes you even washed my clothes. Sometimes, so why do I have to show you, disrespect, Madarao, and all kinds of this? But we have to make somebody know that you are leaving them, but don't block them. Show them that they were important in your life before. So that's how I ended. I'm telling you, every woman I dated in the past are my best friends. And we have boundaries, big boundaries. They know that, hey, this guy cannot get back into my life, but he's somebody who respects me, who knows where I'm good at, and can always be there to help me. They can help me if I take this phone now and I call one of my ex, I need some money, they will send it immediately. And they will know that there's no attachment in the money I'm sending. Why? Because I did not behave in a way of block and block. She doesn't even know why I blocked her. She's still there in the middle of the people, wondering why did this man leave me? So if you dare to try to call them that you need help from them, they don't see help. They think you're still going for them. So sit down with your ex, with your block, and now you don't want to talk to this man. You don't want to talk to this woman. Why are you doing that? Sit down with them, take them for a coffee, take them for a walk. And while you are walking, tell her the truth. Tell him the truth. Be frank, be bold. Why do you fear telling your woman that you no longer love them? So I was waiting for Medina. I don't know if Medina has already answered us. Medina said something like cheating, not being responsible, taking in abusive way. So the thing is this, Medina. Now you are asking, your question was, uh, Coach, what can one do when you feel like feelings with your partner are gone? Now, I told you guys that I don't just answer questions in a vacuum. Now, look at what she's saying now. She's saying that something like cheating, not being responsible, talking in an abusive way. So now, if I would have answered her, I will not be answering what I'm supposed to be answering, because the question that Medina needed to ask me is, how can I deal with a man who's cheating, okay, a man who's abusive, and a man who's responsible? Not how can I deal, what do you do when you lose feelings? This is why I always don't answer questions in vacuum. This is why I don't always answer questions like, Coach, how can I know this man loves me? This is why I don't answer questions like, how can I get the right person? Now Medina has said that the reason why she's losing feelings from this man is the man is cheating. The answer is very clear. If a man is cheating, is a woman is cheating, is a man is abusive, is a woman is abusive, the question is, why are you still there? How can you get feelings in a man who's cheating you? How can you have feelings in a man who's abusive? How would you have feeling? How, even me as a coach, what miracle will I use to teach you on how to get feelings back with a man who's still cheating? The only way to get your feelings back is if you believe that this man can stop cheating. Will he stop cheating? No. Will he stop being abusive? No. So what do? The question is, what are you still doing in this relationship? I want to see other one. Nimlise events is say, me, my daddy, baby telling me move on, and I move on. We can't stay together because you checked my phone. I keep quiet after listening voice messages, but the following day, the man, he started calling me. I stopped calling and sending messages. Okay, that is someone fighting with a relationship. What about a man that take 5 months to visit his fiancée? So what happened to him? Now look at that question, guys. Somebody's asking me, what about a man that takes 5 months to visit his fiancée? What's the problem with that? What do I do with that now? What is the question there, Yani? What did you ask? Because if you ask me, what about a man that takes 5 months to visit his fiancée? So what? Let's say, for example, okay, someone is living in Italy and the fiancée is living in Kenya, for example. What is the problem if this person takes 5 months to visit the fiancée? There is something in your head that you want to ask, sweetheart. Can you ask it? Just be bold and ask it. This is not a question. This is a question in a vacuum. What are you trying to ask us? You're not asking us what you want to ask. Because there are people who have stayed for 1 year, 2 years. I know people in the Gulf who have signed a contract of 2 years. So you stay 2 years working before you go visit your fiancé back at home. So what will I answer? Like, you know, let us not answer questions with vacuums. Just, listen to yourself. Just bring that question. There's something that is in your head. There's something that is in your head, but you are scared to ask it. Just ask that question. Because I won't answer questions in vacuums. I will be answering a wrong thing. There's somebody called, thanks Coach Masingeri, on YouTube. Asio Uni says, my husband went abroad, but before he went, fall in love with a woman. Anyhow, when he went abroad, he went and camped in place where only men live. And since that time, he is pretending to love me much. Okay, so I don't know. What is the question now, sweetheart? I see you, Eunice. I've just seen you saying, and guys on YouTube, push the like button, guys on YouTube, and also leave a comment there. I see you. I don't know what the question is because I can just see a comment that you've left there. My husband went abroad, but before he went, fall in love with a woman anyhow. Oh, so you mean your husband was cheating before going abroad. So after going abroad, he went where only men are living. Now he's disciplined. Okay, so what is your question? Coach, can I believe he's changed? Nah, nah, nah. No, sweetheart, no. That's not true. That guy is not changed. No, 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 no. This is what I will say as CEO. I'm not saying that you need to divorce your husband or to leave your husband. What I'm saying is this man is not changed. You know, just because somebody is in a prison doesn't mean that they will not steal again. If he was with you, if he had a freedom, he will still cheat. I'm telling you one thing here. You are saying that he went abroad and he went to a camp. Abroad where? Can I know which country? Assume you're still there. Can I know which country? Because there are men who are going to tell you that they are in camps. Like, for example, where we, in the Gulf, most of the people live in hostels or accommodation camps. You are accommodated in one place where only men live. That does not stop that man from UAE. That's a lie, sweetheart. That guy is still chewing ladies out here like hell. Let him not lie to you that he's in a camp that he's not seeing. If his character, if he could not change, all right, to stop sleeping with women while he was with you in Kenya, in Uganda, or in Ghana or Nigeria, let him not lie to you that now he's in a camp, he's changed. No. A man doesn't change a character because of his surrounding. He changes his character because he feels this is being indisciplined and this is not being me. Nobody changes their character because they have married. People change their character because they feel what I've been doing is wrong. So if he's only not cheating because he's living in a camp, my dear friend, I'm in Bahrain, just near UAE, and I know that there are people out here, there are some places here where men live in camps. What about during his day off? What about when he's not in? The thing is, the only thing your husband is not getting is he's not bringing women to where he lives, but he can still go to hotels. He can still book hotel rooms. There are people who live in their apartments, freely like myself. I can decide to, give your husband space to do whatever he wants to do. Are you getting it? So my answer to you is not to leave your husband. If you are living with him during the period when he was cheating and you are still okay and you could handle it, that should still in your head, don't think that your husband has changed. He will come back home and he will still be doing the same things he's doing. And here, back in UAE, there are people who are living in UAE, and I think some of them are watching here, and they can give a comment there. Ask them, is it not possible for people to have girlfriends and boyfriends in UAE? I want to ask you guys, is it not possible to have a girlfriend in UAE? I have students, clients that I'm teaching, I'm coaching from UAE, and they have boyfriends there. They have girlfriends there. I know some men that I stopped from, dating there, and they had wives back at home. So it's possible. So that your question is, can I believe he has changed? No, don't believe he has changed. That alone, if that is the reason why you are believing he has changed, no, that's a no. It's not possible. That is not going to make him to change. Um, it really hurts being in a marriage, you're not happy. The phobia of walking away with kids is huge. Bossy Medina. Bossy Medina, I can understand you. Yeah, I really understand what you're talking about. It's huge. It's very difficult. When you're married, walking away from a marriage is very, very difficult. And if at all your man was cheating, Betty Medina, Bossy Medina, if you have got some small amount of money and you would want me to help you out in this kind of a situation, you can book a session with me and we can talk out of the TikTok. Your issue is huge. The man is cheating. The man is also abusive. So if you have got some little amount of money, around 3,000 Kenya shillings or 25 US dollars, book a session with me, private session with me. I'll help you to see how you can handle that situation. That's what I do as a coach. Okay, so if you have it, or even that person who's struggling with his own problems, and you wish that you need a private session with me, I do private sessions, and I charge 3,000 Kenya shillings per session, which is $25. All right, so you can join my sessions, my private sessions, and get something to that. Messages on my side, I stopped calling and sending messages to him. possible. In UAE, people sleep with everyone. So I think Asio got that. Thanks so much, Coach. God reward you. Thank you to Asio. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your comments. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are ending our live unless we have another question. So, those men and women whose wives and girlfriends went abroad and they left you, if they were cheating when they were with you, never allow them to lie to you that they are now not cheating because they don't have a space, especially those who are working in the Gulf. The truth is, most of the people working in the Gulf cannot afford to pay rent. So the companies offer them accommodation where only men are allowed to live there. Then if you are a girl or a woman, there's accommodation where only women are allowed to stay there. That does not stop them from going out during their off days to enjoy life the way they want. That does not stop them from booking a hotel room and stay there and do whatever they want. Some of these people's friends, like myself, I have my apartment where I live. I have my house. So if I was indisciplined enough to allow men to come to my house with their girlfriends, when I'm at work, I'll just give them my keys and they come have their time and enjoy and then leave. So let not your husband or your girlfriend lie to you that we are only leaving men alone. So I've changed. I'm no longer. No, don't believe in that. Never believe that. People have doing whatever they want out here. They don't care. People are enjoying life. Life in UAE, in Bahrain, in Dubai, in Qatar, in Kuwait, it's just same. It's just same. Even though there's a little discipline, it's not same like it is in Kenya. But still, people are enjoying life just the same way it is. Previously, it's never used to be the way it is today. But today, life, there's a lot of freedom here. People get anything you can get it back in your country. Thanks for supporting our beloved grandpa. Uh, these are the kind of people I don't always entertain. So let's block them. First, we mute them and kick them out. Okay. My moderator says we will just mute and block. Okay. Muted that fool. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time to sit with me here. Now, I said this, guys, I'll be rewarding people who will be watching me on YouTube. I need to promote my YouTube. For me, I don't always lie. I don't always just, do thing and lie behind it. I just want to say the truth. I want to promote my YouTube channel because most people are not watching my videos on YouTube. And on YouTube, when you watch videos, we earn from it. So I want to earn from my YouTube, right? So what I'm doing, I've started, especially those people who are coming from Kenya. I've designed some rewards that I'm going to give to those who watch my YouTube videos. And these videos, what the rewards that I'm giving bundles so that you can continue watching my YouTube videos. I'll be editing videos, and in the middle or maybe at the end, anywhere between those videos, I'll keep recharge vouchers, the Safaricom recharge vouchers. I'll be buying them because I have people back at home in Kenya where they can purchase those vouchers, 100 Kenya shillings, 250, 500, 50 bob, all right? So I'll be posting those vouchers, but I'll be putting them in a way that only those who are keen can see them. So if you're watching my YouTube videos, you'll be finding vouchers there. And those vouchers will be put in a way that they will be faded. Only few will be able to get them. And when I'm doing live, I will also be having some kind of rewards to those who are watching my YouTube. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, support it, watch videos, get bundles to watch them, because some of the people are telling me that, Coach, I only watch you on TikTok because YouTube needs a lot of bundles. So I'll be buying for you bundles to go and watch. All right. So I'll be rewarding people with bundles. Be there, watch them, get the bundles. Sometimes I'll just be saying numbers, those voucher numbers. So if you hear me talking about numbers, I'll just say that even 110, write it down. That is 110. Then I'll say again 250, write it down, 250. So match this 110, 250, 856, match it together, it will be a voucher. If you put it on your phone, you would have gotten a credit for maybe 100 shillings, 200 shillings, 250, 500, 1000, you never know when is your day. So jump onto my YouTube channel, let's do it together, enjoy, and let's keep smiling. See you again tomorrow morning, same times from 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm always live here teaching and making world smile again. So tukutaneni tena kesho, majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu.